What's up guys, I'm Suman from Stein and welcome to the 4th episode of Lap Talk, a series where I talk about laptops that are available in India and we go over through all the aspects of them and I come with a conclusion of whether or not you should consider buying that particular laptop. Now, by no means is this a review, but you can call this as an overview or my thoughts on a particular laptop. So with that said, in today's episode, let's take a look at the brand new Asus TUF Gaming A15. Now this is one of the very few gaming laptops in India that you can buy that comes with the brand new Ryzen laptop processors. And I have to say, the A15 is a very promising buy. With that said, let us begin. Now let's start this video with what I consider the best part of this laptop. The specs. You have quite a few configurations that are available in India. So starting with the CPU, the A15 comes with a Ryzen 5 4600H in the base model and you can configure it up to the Ryzen 9 4900H. And as for the graphics, it starts with the Nvidia GTX 1650 and it can be configured all the way up to an RTX 2060. Now this here is a very powerful laptop, especially the Ryzen processors in them are very powerful and you get 6 cores in the base model itself. Dev2D had explained the performance advantages of these new Ryzen laptop processors, so I'll leave a link to it in the description below, so make sure you check this out because these CPUs are very impressive. The Nvidia GPUs in here should contribute a lot to the performance of this laptop, and now with the combination of the Ryzen CPU and Nvidia GPU, you can not only game but photo and video editing should be a breeze on the A15. As of now, you get 4 different configurations of this laptop on Amazon and I'm sure more will definitely come soon. So I'll leave links to these in the description, make sure you check them out. And as for rest of the specs, you get 8 gigs of RAM standard that is clocked at 3200 MHz, which is pretty good, and this can be upgraded up to 32 gigs as the A15 has 2 RAM slots. For storage, you get both SSD and HDD options, but SSDs are standard on all the configs available right now, and since we get PCIe SSDs, the general performance should be very snappy. And for networking, you get Wi-Fi 5, there's no Wi-Fi 6, but that's really not a big issue, and you get Bluetooth 5.0. So overall, when it comes to the specs, this is a pretty power-packed device, and with the A15 you can not only game but photo editing, video editing, 3D modeling, so intensive tasks like these will also be very easily handled by the A15, and that's thanks to the brand new powerful Ryzen processors inside coupled with Nvidia graphics. So in terms of performance, I am sure many people would be really satisfied with the A15. Moving on, the A15 is no thin gaming laptop, but weighing in at 2.3 kilograms, it is definitely not a heavy one. The laptop definitely has those gamery looks, but thankfully Asus has not overdone it, and it comes in 2 colors, with my favorite being the Fortress Grey. Now since this is a tough gaming laptop, you definitely get the military grade testing claims and all. But I've used TUF series laptops before and those guys, even though made of plastic, sure have a very rigid body. And when it comes to the build of the A15, I'm sure there's nothing you need to worry about. Opening up the laptop, we are greeted with the display, keyboard and trackpad. The display is a 15.6 inch 144Hz 16:9 1080p panel with an anti-glare coating, and you also get a 60Hz option. You have really thin bezels on 3 sides with the 720p webcam on top, and you have this Asus logo on the big bottom bezel, which I personally think does not serve any purpose, and I wish Asus had reduced the size of the bottom bezel too. Now since this is a gaming laptop, for competitive gamers, this display could serve as an advantage due to its high refresh rate. And that coupled with the solid internals, gaming on the TUF Gaming A15 should be pretty fun. And as for creative professionals, this definitely has the power to handle their work. But if your work requires color accuracy, then I really don't think this is an ideal choice for that. Now on first look, the keyboard looks quite good in terms of the layout. There seems to be good spacing and the arrow keys are slightly offset, which is ideal for those who use them regularly. The keyboard has RGB backlighting and supports Asus Aura, but I can't talk about the key travel or typing feel of it until I test it out. But on a general overview, the keyboard seems pretty good. The trackpad is decently sized and has a physical left and right key, and that's quite a different thing to see in 2020. The TUF Gaming A15 is a very powerful laptop, But in order to deal with all this power, this thermal solution should be very good on the A15. So if you take a look at the laptop, you will be able to see a lot of vents, and since this is a thick boy, the vents are huge too. Asus mentions that they have multiple heat pipes and 3 heat sinks that draw heat away from the core components and dissipate it quickly. But we will have to test out the thermals before announcing this cooling solution really works. But one thing you have to notice is that the additional heat sinks are only available on the GTX 1660 Ti models and above. Now, in order to get the best performance out of your laptop, the cooling solution should also be a very good one. And let's really hope the one here is really good. Now, in terms of ports, you have a very strong selection of them, but sadly there's no SD card slot, which kind of sucks. But you do get a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port, which supports DisplayPort 1.4, which can be connected to a G-Sync compatible display. And there's also an RJ45 port, so LAN parties is definitely going to be better from now on. So you do get a strong selection of ports on the A15, with the only downfall being that there's no SD card slot here. And as for the battery, you get a 3-cell 48 Wh battery, which in my opinion is not that great, but we'll again have to test out how the battery life is. So this is it, the Asus TUF Gaming A15. And I have to say, for anyone who's looking for a powerful laptop that can serve both as a gaming laptop and as a laptop for all your creative work, then the A15 is a viable option. Yes, this is mostly geared towards gamers with the high refresh rate display and all, but if your work does not require color accuracy, then you can definitely consider buying this, as it rocks the powerful new Ryzen processors and Nvidia GPU. Now, as I always tell, nothing is perfect in this world, and without testing out a laptop, I can't give you the most accurate informations. So factors like display quality, backlight bleed, chassis rigidity, thermals, so there are many things like this that have to be tested out before giving a full review. So if anyone from Asus is watching this video, kindly send in a review unit for me to test out and make an in-depth review of the Asus TUF Gaming A15. Finally, talking about the pricing, on the Asus website, it's mentioned that the A15 starts at 60,000 rupees, but as of now, you get only a few models that are priced at 70,000 rupees and upwards. So make sure you check the links in the description for the most updated pricings. So we've come to the end of this video. And I personally think the A15 is a very good laptop, and it can serve both as a gaming laptop and as a laptop for creative professionals. But what is your opinion on the A15? Let me know your thoughts by putting them in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching, and this here is Suman signing off once again. Make sure you subscribe. Catch you later.